Now, after I had some downtime to think about it, you know. Rest in peace to Kobe and Gianni. Um, it's still tough, but I'm able to talk a little bit more now, and I want to honor him the right way. The reason why I hurt so many people so much is because we've seen Kobe Bryant our entire lives. The majority of us have. I think the NBA should have canceled the games today. That's just my personal thing. No one else has to believe that. I'm just saying that's my personal take on it. Gianna, she was just like him. I mean, everything like him. That's why they were so close. Uh, God has a plan. We all don't know it, so we move forward. But I'm here for you guys. What was your guys' best moments for Kobe? Because most of you guys are all different age brackets. So this is a good chance for you to remember all the good stuff, and all you guys keep wanting to talk to me, and I appreciate all the stuff you sending me. I do. Um, so I'm dealing with it a little bit better. It's just that they showing Kobe everywhere and all this stuff. You guys said 81 to 60 point game, outscoring the Dallas Mavericks when he came at LeBron at the All-Star game, Game 7 of the 2010 Finals. So why does this always happen before the Grammys? I don't know, man. I don't get into all that. Um, my favorite moment was watching him play for the first time in 1999 against the Bulls. What's weird about that is that was the last time my best friend, who's from LA and is a diehard Kobe Bryant fan, that was the last time he saw Kobe Bryant play because he passed away in April of '99. And he was a huge Kobe Bryant fan. My favorite moment of Kobe Bryant, there's so many, but some of my moments that I like about Kobe Bryant and is him off the field, off the court. I've seen what he did on the court, and it was amazing. The last game of his career was just you couldn't even write nothing that perfect. Um, what he did in the Olympics, his last time bringing home the gold medal when they were down, leading the comeback, you with the redeemed team and all that, couldn't script it no better. I like the post retirement Kobe, seeing him as happy as if I've ever seen him in my life. Even when he was playing and everything else, when he was retired, he was at peace. I was happy when he got the Oscar. I was so proud of Kobe. He won the Oscar for the basketball thing, and he was nervous up there giving his speech. Kobe Bryant nervous giving his speech. Nah, people want to heal. They want to talk about all the good memories. This is what you do when people pass, man. You talk, you remember the good things. You remember all the good times. So everybody wanted to talk. So that's why I went live. I said, you know what? You guys want to talk? I'm here, man. Go ahead. You want to talk? Go ahead. I'm here. I mean, Kobe wrote a book um, that most of you probably don't know about, but it's like a kid's book for like basketball and wizardry and all this stuff, like a Harry Potter like novel series. Kobe wrote the book. You know, he spent more time with his kids and he was happy. He was teaching the game. He was so happy. He enjoyed teaching the game probably as much as playing it. I've met Kobe Bryant 3 times in my life. Bro, I'm milking anything. Bro, I am a Kobe Bryant fan. You don't understand. Kobe Bryant fan. I gave away Kobe Bryant's rookie card to the only human being on this planet who's a bigger Kobe Bryant fan than me. He's the first person I called when this news hit. That's right. I'm an Isaiah Thomas Detroit Piston fan. And there was only one thing that could ever make me root for a Laker. That was number 8 and number 24. He's a winner. What Isaiah Thomas had, what Magic Johnson had, what Larry Bird had, what Michael Jordan had, he has. He had the same thing. I have the same thing. We have to win and we're going to work hard. We ain't going to take no shortcuts to get there. It's a drive, it's a focus. And his daughter, she had it. That's right, I have it. I was born with it. I can't explain it to you, but I'm driven. I'm really a driven person. Why you think there's no living thing in this house but me? No plants, no kids, no wife, nothing living in this house but me. The drive, the focus, too driven that it's almost no room around for me and anything else while I'm doing this. My first time watching Kobe play basketball, a game. I met Kobe like what 3 times. I met him in here when Kobe had someone from Chicago design his new Kobe shoes from Nike. They played the Chicago Bulls, and then right after that, the next day, because they had a presentation for the shoes, they actually came to Deerfield, which is right out here where Michael lived, his old house. He came out to the Deerfield facility where they had the AAU tournament going on. Kobe came in there and watched, and nobody knew. Nobody knew Kobe was coming. Nobody knew that was him for a while. They were like, "Is that Kobe?" It was Kobe. No, the thing is weird about it, he saw me through the corner of his eye. I didn't think he saw me. He paid attention to everything moving. I was all the way on the other side of the court going this way. Because when he turned around, when I was moving like to come towards the area, now he had guys with him, like security. But when I was going over there, they're like, "Hey, what's up? It's Cole." He immediately found me. As soon as like I was moving towards, like he turned back and went to his way. I'm like, okay, Kobe don't want to be talked to. The people that was there, they took him where he needed to be. He shook hands with some people, and then on his way out, he shook my hand. Shook my hand, walked out. I think Q saw him, shook his hand. He was, "Kobe's here." He was freaking out. Kobe shook everybody's hand and left. Then we saw him at the game. Cuz met him plenty of times sitting courtside. And when they played the Pistons, good times. I'm trying to think which game or which games. There's so many games, man. I didn't really see much of his high school games except for the highlights and clips. So when Kobe played, it was his rookie year. They brought him in the game one day, and Kobe, I think it's probably his fourth, fifth game, on a fast break, stopped and pulled up for a three. He could have went in and dunked the ball or ran the fast break had they run it in the 90s. He decided to pull up for a three. Something that drove Phil Jackson, Dale Harris, I'm sorry at the time, Dale Harris, insane. He pulled up for a three on a fast break. The three went in, but Dale Harris, during a timeout, was chastising him for pulling up for threes. Like, what the heck was you doing? You had a 2-on-1 break. You got your trailer coming up. He says, everybody didn't see that. He knows that it's a 2-1 break. He knows he got a 50% chance of stopping it. If I slow it down enough, he's like, I could throw the alley oop, but is he gonna get it? So the most of the thing he's gonna be fouled and go to the line. What's exciting about that? I pulled up for three because he backed off so much and just basically gave me the shot. But I say that to say this: that is a changing of the game because that's how the game is played now. Now you see it every day. Somebody dribble down, pull up. It'd be a 2-on-1 break. It'd be a 3-on-1 break. They're gonna stop and pull up and shoot a three. Be one guy back there. So he is probably the most transcendent player in the history of the NBA. More than Michael Jordan, more than any other player that ever played in the NBA. Kobe Bryant is the most transcendent. Yeah, I did see that, DJ Tim. Her apology was even worse. She said she tried to mix the word Knicks and Lakers up and said Nakers. She must think she talking to Boo Boo the Fool. You didn't say Nakers, lady. We know what you said, and so did everybody else. And believe me, people are mad right now, and they looking for somebody to go after, and you giving them a fast lane to you. So, what are some of your best memories? You said this time he outscored the Dallas Mavericks. Heck, he did that like twice. I mean, I had a video I was doing that I never finished. I never finished doing it. And that was the James Harden, Kobe Bryant, the best scorers. And they were saying how James Harden has passed Kobe Bryant as the best scorer. And we was like, you gots to be kidding. And I was in the midst of doing that video and I stopped. It was some reason I stopped doing it, but I stopped doing that video. I mean, it's ominous how all these things were happening that I stopped doing when it was involving Kobe Bryant. I was in the middle of making that video, and I think probably somebody else made it before me, and I just stopped. But I was in the middle of making that video because everybody was talking about James Harden was the best scorer in the history of the game, and I'm like, James Harden has scored 60 points one time. Kobe Bryant has did that like 5-6 times. He's got more 50-point games than James Harden could ever have. More 40-point games. There's no way. It's not even close. But James Harden might be in the end of his career, he might be one of the best, but to put him over Kobe right now, it's like, whoa, dude, you way off. You really don't know what all this man has done. The 81 points is always going to be one of the most fascinating games because it's a game that many people didn't watch. It was something else going on that night, either a boxing fight or something else, but some people were doing other things because they wasn't. It's Lakers versus the Toronto Raptors. Nobody was really watching that game. It wasn't even aired unless you had the NBA ticket. Once Kobe had like 60 something points in the third quarter, that's when like text messages start flying. Like, yo, Kobe got 60 points. So that's when people turned to the game and found the game. And then I think ESPN started giving highlights like, we're going to go back to the game. And I was at Chuck House, I think, my buddy Chuck Strange. So I was at Chuck Strange house when that happened. And then next thing you know, boom, we're watching the game. And we're like, this dude is on fire. One of my fondest memories of Kobe as a basketball player would definitely be when he was at the when he played Michael Jordan for the very last time. When he played Jordan for the last time, that's when I knew, without a shadow of a doubt, that guy is unguardable. He's unstoppable. The last game he played against Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan challenged Kobe that game. Mike went out and had like 21 points. Mike hit his first 4 shots of the game, went down there. He was like 4 in a row. Bang! And he went right after Kobe, right after the gate. And he wanted to put his best performance. He knew this the last time he was going to play Kobe Bryant. He was going to go out being Michael Jordan. It was going back and forth. Once Kobe realized what this was, he went off. And boy, did he go off. He could not miss. He could not miss. He set the NBA records for most 3-pointers made at the time. Do you realize he got that record over James Harden? That was remarkable. Uh, the last game he ever played against Utah, that was just it, and won the game. You write movies about something like that. Just off that game, you could write a movie off of the Utah game on a retirement game. People are like, oh, well, look how many shots he took to get there. Do you know what he did during that game? Kobe was dead tired. He had nothing else to give. He could have not scored another point. Nobody would have said anything. Nobody expected them to win. He went out winning. He led the team back. He came down and hit some of the most amazing shots I have seen from a guy who was just exhausted. That cracked Utah. They went in the playoffs. They couldn't believe they lost that game. And for everyone to say this was the most selfish player in the world and all that he cared about was scoring, his last play in the NBA was an assist. And when the game was over and when he did his press conference, he was so happy. He was so like relieved it was over because earlier in his career, one of his biggest fears was that he would retire and not have, he had no plans of anything besides basketball. And this was just years prior to the retirement. He was like, I'm going to play till I'm 40. Shoot, I don't want to do nothing else. See, this is all he wanted to do at the time was play ball. So a retirement was never in his mind at the time, years prior, until his last few years in the league, him being injured while he was recovering, he was doing other things to keep his mind occupied, and he had all these different opportunities and all these things he loved and being around his family. It was more easier. It was more easier for him to retire. And when it becomes easier for you to retire, you know, that's when I said, okay, he's at peace. You know, I know this happened too late and the NBA couldn't do it because these are network games, but they possibly should have canceled or postponed these games today because people are not really in it. They're just going through the motions. I watched the Boston game. Boston just going through the motions, man. And people are trying to do their jobs and it's hard. Like earlier today was really hard. It was hard for me. It was hard on a lot of different people. Just you don't want to people like you act like you got to be their best friend in order to know them. Kobe Bryant is the most transcendent basketball player we have ever seen. Like Muhammad Ali was transcendent, but Kobe Bryant was internationally transcendent. He could speak 4 to 5 different languages and be able to communicate. He knew Spanish. He knew if you know Italian, you know a little bit of Spanish. So when you travel, you'll be able to get around. He not only knew that, he actually knew some Croatian. He spoke English. He learned English. He barely knew anything of English when he came here. A lot of people don't know that. Kobe Bryant did not speak good English when he came here. He spoke fluent Italian, knew very little English when he came to America from Italy. And he was so quiet in high school. Many people, because he didn't know the language, he was working every day to try to learn English so he could be able to communicate with the guys on the court and everything else. And he picked up the slang. So when he started talking trash, he just started talking slang. He knew slang more than the actual English word. And to hear him talk so profoundly now is because he went through speech classes. And these are the things many people didn't know Kobe Bryant went through. He was going through these classes even when he was in the NBA. He was just, talking slang, and all he knew was from what he learned on the basketball court and in the class. So he went to educate himself more and more to become a better speaker. He never wanted to be looked at as just an athlete. I told you, man, when I was a fan of somebody, this is not somebody who researched Kobe Bryant just for today. I'm somebody who's, you've seen my videos, you know, I'm sending you videos of Kobe Bryant teaching the game. You got Ronaldo, Neymar, all these guys who see Kobe and he could speak their language. He played soccer before he ever played basketball. He was just too tall to play soccer. So they made him the goalie. They're like, you too tall to be a soccer player and you're not as good. So they would just make him the goalie. you know, um, it's his heart, man. He really had a good heart. We were at the business convention in Las Vegas. This is the second time I met Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was in the upper like one of the suites they had in there. They had the convention for all the tech people there. We're all there for an invite. Damon John is there. I actually have photos from that day. We're not allowed to take photos inside, but I got photos on the outside of that day. I was looking at it one too long ago. So, and it's all this different technology and all this tech is coming out. And man, believe me, if they can get stuff approved, I think the government is not going to allow some of that technology to come out just right now. Cuz that's like violation in the homes. All the stuff they had there. I'm like, they can't put this out. The government will use it. And believe me, you don't even want to know the tech that they got license for. It's crazy. The tech is so far advanced that no one could be able to commit a crime no more. I'll be like, they can catch anybody who commits a crime with this technology. But the government will pick that up. So that's why I don't know how even a crime could even be committed with this type of new technology they got. Believe me, that technology they have, it's sick. Okay, I knew I was close. I'm like, I gotta be close. I'll send it to you on my Patreon. It don't matter. But anyway, it's an exclusive event. I mean, as a man, I like the way he went about his life. You know, I like the way he went about doing things. He was a man from example. He could have toured the world just off the fact of I'm Kobe Bryant, the Kobe Bryant. He could have just toured the world off that. He didn't. He didn't do that. He was into the tech world, into stock world, business. He was so happy doing what he was doing outside of everything else that he was glad that his chapter of playing the basketball and pro basketball, he was really content. He was really content, guys. He loved that he was passing on knowledge to his daughter. He loved teaching the game, and not too many people can teach the game, you know? Like LeBron couldn't probably sit around and teach the game to people. And he know what to do, but he can't really teach it. It's a lot of guys that's like that. It's very few that could sit down and actually teach the game. Kobe can teach the game as well as play it. Some people are just gifted athletes and that the game comes natural for them. So for them to teach the game is it's a little difficult because they just have a natural God given ability. Kobe is somebody who had to work to get his game where it is. He was athletically talented, but his work ethic is what got him where he is. He wasn't like LeBron. You know, LeBron was a 200 something pound, run like a gazelle, big guy with God given athletic abilities. So for him, it was like, okay, this is a freaking nature coming into the NBA at high school. Kobe had to develop his talent. And missing those shots in Utah when he shot those three air balls, and they laughed at him in Utah, and they laughed and they dogged him in the papers. Why would Dale Harris trust Kobe Bryant in this situation? He's a rookie. But they don't realize that against the Utah Jazz, they would have been eliminated earlier if it wasn't for Kobe Bryant. They made the switch in that series to put Kobe Bryant in as a rookie. Put Kobe Bryant in the game on John Stockton because John Stockton was destroying it. And they switched and they put Kobe Bryant on John Stockton. And since that happened, it got them to a game 5. They would have been eliminated before because he was playing great defense on John Stockton. He could stay with Stockton. And that was key. So that's what got him on the court and got him playing is because his defense and the way he played the game, he was so locked in on John Stockton. But on the offensive end, he was missing in big moment. I mean, he was shooting an air ball. He shot an air ball from the free throw line. Kobe Bryant. I mean, now if you say that, that's like insanity. But those misses, and they got eliminated that game, and Shaq grabbed Kobe, and they all ran to Kobe, Antoine Carr, all those dudes, they ran over to Kobe, like, yo, don't worry about it. You know, kid, you're going to be all right. The whole offseason, Kobe took every newspaper they wrote about him, cut it out, posted it on the wall. Everyone that dogged him talked about him like a dog in LA, because LA press is brutal. This is back when it was real. So he put it all on the wall. All the papers that said something bad about him, he put it all on his bedroom wall. All of it. And when he got up in the morning, first thing he would see is everything they said bad about him. He was going to prove all of them wrong. That's what he wanted to do. He got up at 5 a.m. in the summer, 5 a.m., did some road work, got on the bike, go to the gym, hit the weight room. Then he would go in there and start his routine and start playing basketball, start working on his shot, working from spot, shooting 1,000 shots a day, getting up his 1,000. And he wanted to shoot 1,000 from each spot. And he's like, no, just do 1,000 shots. He's like, no, I want at least probably 1,000 from here, 1,000 from here, and 1,000 from here. I want to get that many up a game. People are like, that's insanity. That's what he knew. That's what he built in his mind. He needed to be great. He needed to get to these spots. He needed to let them know. Like, he knew, he analyzed the game really well. And that's what I love about him so much, is that the game, the mindset that he take into the game is similar to mine. I have that same approach when I'm on the basketball court. I have the same mental approach. I don't have his abilities, but I had the same approach. It was all cerebral to me. I knew everybody's weaknesses. I knew what their tendencies were. I knew how to get my advantages on them. And that's what Kobe played off of. What he did that was so exceptional that I loved as a player is he really reinvigorated a new shot, and that was the elbow shot. He shot from the ball from spots that people don't normally shoot from. Instead of shooting from the corner, he would shoot from the elbow. Would run as fast as he can, stop on a dime, pull up, shoot from the elbow. People don't do that. They don't normally shoot from there. If they want to shoot, they want you to shoot in a position where you're squared up to the basket. That is an odd position. So to shoot there, you have to be wide open, but never a running shot. That you would always proceed to the corner. You would not stop there to pull up and shoot. So the defender's mindset is, I got to beat you to the corner because I know that's where you want to go to shoot. So if you know your defender is going to go there, they're not expecting you to pull up right there and shoot that jumper. He reinvented that shot. From long distance, he would run, stop, pull up on the dime from the elbow and drain it. Kobe Bryant has done that move so many times. People would be stuck and they would jump late because no one expected him to pull up from there. And this was repetitively. He would get you with that elbow jump shot. Shooting from the corners, the sides, the difficult shots that people would not take, he took and made them look normal. To now, if you see the game, you see guys like Kevin Durant do it. You see everybody's doing these things now. He made it wasn't popular when Kobe was in the league that you would shoot from these positions. And the older he got, You saw his game expand so much till he just became unstoppable. He was unguardable at one point. That '05 season, they just completely robbed him of an MVP, but there was no way Nash was as great as Nash was. No, I'm sorry. Nah. Nah. That dude was nasty. That fadeaway game, whoo. That's what I'm talking about. Man, you know what I'm saying? We honoring Kobe. Yeah, those elbow shots were game winnings. That's what I'm saying. He would take a game winning shot from an area where people would think he would shoot from the free throw line. Because that's where you would normally shoot. You want to work your way to the free throw line like Michael Jordan. Jordan wouldn't do that. Jordan would go to the free throw line. He would go to the corner. He would go to the top of the key. He would work to the usual normal spots that you would shoot from. And you try to work to get to those points. Kobe was like, why work to get to those points? I can just shoot from here. And I'll perfect shooting from here because my defender won't expect it. So if I perfect shooting from here, everywhere I got the ball, I'm dangerous to score from. That makes a difference. There was no position you could put Kobe Bryant that he could not score from. That's where you mean unstoppable, unguardable. I mean, his range was like no other. He's a fierce competitor. Fierce. But what he showed you is he was a great father. He's a great father. He loved his kids. He loved his wife. He loved his kids. And about as much as we loved him as a player, I'm just going to be sad that, the world is not going to have Kobe Bryant in it anymore. You know, it was better having him in it than anything in the world. He is what you would want the NBA player to be. He's more visible than Michael Jordan. He was everywhere. All these young players in the league now, most of them, they're fresh to the game. Kobe is who they grew up watching. They grew up watching Kobe Bryant winning NBA championships. Kobe was their guy. They were little kids. Now they're in the league. And if they get a chance to learn the game from anybody and you start seeing them, they all gravitate to Kobe. Kawhi Leonard, all of them, they all gravitate over to Kobe. And the reason why they gravitated to him is because the knowledge, you knew you're going to learn something from him. And I might post that video again tomorrow, the one when you see him teaching, teaching the game. I mean, I just put that video up one too long ago when he was teaching Kawhi and had all them in there, Paul George, all these other players, man, they respect the guy because of he's very personable. It's not like he's standoffish at all. And he recently just started going to games because his daughter, she wanted to go. She wanted to see these games. She loves the game so much that Kobe loves it, and he would love to take her. He's reliving his joy through his daughter. And to see him talk with Luca, and he spoke Luca's language, and Luca was shocked that Kobe knew his language. It's like he knows my language. He speaks Slavic. Kobe can speak Slavic. He can speak certain words, and it shocked him. And then, when it was over, he asked him to take a picture with his daughter, Gigi. Like, can you take a picture with my daughter? And I mean, Kobe was like a dad asking an NBA player to take a picture with his daughter. He's Kobe Bryant. He's Kobe Bryant, and he's asking Luca, could he please take a picture with his daughter? He's Kobe Bryant. That just shows you how down to earth he was. And man, I just wish I could have had the opportunity to sit down and talk to him. I never got a chance to sit down with Kobe. Everybody's like, why is it taking LeBron so long to make a post? I mean, don't worry about stuff like that. I'm like, people are hurt. Believe me, he's hurt. A lot of people are hurt. Kobe's last post, he was praising LeBron. Like, hey, you got number 2, go with it. That stuff don't matter to Kobe. And like I said, I was going to put something on Kobe's post to tell him, don't honor LeBron. I was going to say that on the post, and something stopped me from doing it. I think Sean called, or I called Sean or something. Something happened, and I ended up not doing it. And I'm glad I didn't. It's like an ominous sign. But today I was finna do a whole comparison video of Kobe Bryant and LeBron James, and show him, like, they're gonna say Jordan, he did it, and he did it in less games than Kobe. I was gonna do a breakdown and show people the difference and all that. So I had all Kobe information up on my page last night. I went to bed and I said, I'll finish this tomorrow. I'm gonna go to sleep. And then I'll just finish this Kobe video tomorrow. I went to sleep, Kobe's picture, everything on the page. I go to sleep, I wake up, I wipe my eyes, I open it up. First thing I see, Kobe's picture. Right there with all the stats. So I'm sitting here, I'm going through this thing, and I'm comparing. I got the LeBron stats, I got Kobe's stats. I'm looking at the games Kobe played in his last season to this. Then I get an alert that tells me that my video had loaded, because I did some videos that you guys have never seen. I got a Delonte West LeBron video. This is all before I knew anything about Kobe. Kobe hadn't even happened yet. So that video had uploaded. Then I get somebody text me and said Kobe Bryant had died or something. Like, Kobe Bryant died. And I ignored it. Or somebody put a question mark, like, did Kobe die? Did Kobe Bryant just die? And put a question mark. And I didn't respond to it. I just went on, because I'm thinking they're comparing LeBron James passing him as like, Kobe just died and all that. So I'm like, stop. Okay, stop. Next thing you know, I ignore it, and I'm going in here to finish the LeBron Kobe comparison and all of this. Then I get an alert that pop up. Boop. TMZ reports Kobe Bryant died in a plane crash. From there, my world changed. World changed. From that moment on, my world was changed. My phone started blowing up. and I'm like, oh God, this please tell me this is not true. And from there on, the whole world is upside down from that point. You you can only imagine how the rest of my day went. Like everybody else is in America. Shock. Then when you find out about Gigi too, and I kind of felt it. I was praying that it wasn't, because I was like, she would have been there. You know, I'm just thinking hopefully she was at home, and he was, I all right, come on. We talking about good times with Kobe, you know. So naturally you will not be seeing the comparison of LeBron Kobe thing. I just threw that video in the trash. So all that's gone. The Delonte West video is already uploaded, so it might pop up, but that's all pre Kobe anything. Then I think I probably got one more video I did that it ain't got nothing to do with LeBron and nothing, but it's done. That was all pre Kobe. I have not made another video since. When y'all see me play basketball, when I used to go on the court and go live stream, how many of my day one fans in here? How many of y'all remember that? When I used to go live on the I used to go live when I was out there on the court. I'll be at the gym going live, playing ball in basketball jeans. And I would always tell you what, I'll be like, uh-oh, I gotta get my Kobe Bean on. I gotta get my Kobe Bean. That's my Kobe Bean. Man, I mean, right now I probably am trash compared to what I used to be, dude. Literally, I mean, he was an exceptional human being, man. I liked him more as a person. The last time I met Kobe Bryant was he came in for they were having it was Las Vegas again. Or was this LA? Was that LA or Vegas? Anyway, it was a convention that they were having it was a basketball convention, like an AAU tournament. It's either in Cali or Vegas. Who was that? And it was like a shoot around thing, and it was like a celebrity basketball thing. And Kobe shows up. He didn't play. He just showed up and he talked to some players, and then he broke out. And that's that. But he was more than a basketball player, man. He showed you his human side more than anything in the world. He was a big kid. He loved to entertain people and definitely loved to teach kids and teach children and educate. He's exemplary of what you would want your NBA player to be. Very astute, profound, hardworking. Didn't take the short route. Still hardworking. Why he still gets up at 5 in the morning. Every day he would get up at 5 in the morning. He's programmed to get up at 5 in the morning, no matter what. He's getting up, waking up at 5, and start working out like he's still in the league. He will work out even if he's going to the office. He would get up and work out. I have not been out of my house since this news broke. I've been in this house. I've not moved. I had all kind of plans, all kind of things I was supposed to do. And life goes on. We got to move forward, and all those things, man. I'm just gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss his post on Instagram. I'm gonna miss all the stuff with the gym. I'm gonna miss Gigi, her growth and everything she was doing. I'm missing all of it. I'm missing it now. I do need a drink. You ain't kidding. I need a drink. But this is actually helping me. This actually helps me, man. I gotta thank all you guys from the bottom of my heart. I really do, because you guys helped me get through my grandmother. You helped me get through my cousin. You helped me getting through this, man. This is back to back to back for me. Even though Kobe Bryant's not my family, that's that's something you could feel. If anybody got any type of heart, you feel for Vanessa, you feel for his daughters, you feel for his mom, his dad, his sisters. You feel for that family. You feel for them families that's missing. Most of you are young, so you feel like tomorrow is just another one of your millions of years you got left. Nothing's promised. Nothing is promised. But when Kobe used to do the interviews and talk about how he loved taking helicopters, like to the games, like he was like, I don't even drive no more. To that LA traffic, I gotta fly. I gotta start taking helicopters. I'm like, dude, that is too dangerous. I do not trust helicopters. And sure enough, something like this happens, but this is why I do not. Helicopters, man, is like, it is very rare people survive helicopter crashes. I remember like individual things that happened in a game. That was some of my best moments of Cole. I remember he had to give it to Ray Allen. Oh my gosh, did he give it to Ray Allen when Ray was in Seattle? Ray was like, "What is this dude? What did I do to this guy?" It was some writer that wrote like Kobe, like Ray Allen was better than Kobe Bryant, man. And that got under his skin, man. Kobe went off. And he not only went off, he took it out on Rashad Lewis. Rashad Lewis. Rashad Lewis was there, man. And oh, this is funny too. Because Rashad Lewis and Kobe Bryant were actually cool with each other. Like he loved Kobe. Rashad Lewis was like, hey, like to Kobe during that game, and Kobe looked at him like I would knock you out. He just had to look, and he was like, what's wrong with Kobe? They played that game. Kobe was like a man possessed out there on that court. He was going off that game. And they were like, what is going on out here? He couldn't be stopped. He couldn't be stopped. Not that game. But in his later years, when he was nearing the end of it was good to see him, like, he pushed Steph Curry into being Steph Curry. Steph already had it in him. He was just glad to see it. Kobe was on the court and he was like guarding Steph Curry and he was being real physical with Steph on the court. And you probably seen the Instagram post when Kobe comes down, he push Steph, and then Steph he pushes Kobe back and pulls up and hit a three on Kobe. And Kobe wasn't even mad. Kobe went down there, smiled, and smacked him on the butt as they walked down the court. Because that's what he wanted to. He was pushing Steph to see how he would respond to somebody being physical. Would Steph just break down? Would he respond? And to see Steph Curry show that I'm tough, like I'm gonna stand my own and pull up. That really brought, and him winning Kobe's respect. That did it for Steph. That was dope. That did it for Steph. And what happened? 3 championships in 5 years. From that moment on, 3 championships in 5 years. 5 straight NBA Finals appearances. That's what I'm saying. And at that point, he was just teaching everybody and, sharing the game. Like Michael Jordan shared to him early on in the game. Kobe was in his second year, and he was asking Michael Jordan, like, he's like, how do you feel the defense? Like, how do you know the defender is behind you, and how do you feel? And he was like, you feel them with your legs. He's like, once you use your legs and you feel them with your legs, then you could be able to play off that. So as Michael was teaching him on the court, Kobe was definitely taking all that and moving on from that. I still had that photo somewhere in there. Kobe Bryant and Fisher, when they made the appearance on LL Cool J's show In the House, and Kobe Bryant wanted to show LL he could rap. That was cool, man. That was funny. He tried to rap with LL Cool J. Like, yo, I rap too. He's like, LL was all right, let me hear something. Kobe was, yo, I was slut. I got this coming down my cheek. I'm so sweet. And he was like, oh man, look at that. Kobe Casarad. Kobe could rap right on the set. They gave him some lines and stuff, and him and Fisher was there. And they both was in there. I'm quite sure it's somewhere on YouTube. You probably could find it. But LL and Kobe actually had a little rap thing on the side. He wanted to show LL he had some rap skills. It was it was really, really funny, man, back then. But yeah, the NBA made him get rid of his album. Yeah, so this whole week I might be doing stuff with Cole, man. Just And when it hits my mind, I don't even know how to make a video about nothing else right now. I've been watching Kobe highlights for about an hour, man. Before I did this, I'm like, man, what's y'all favorite member of Kobe? I'm sitting here watching highlights, just trying to get me through it, man. I tried to watch something else, I couldn't, because it's all on my mind. Because you can't believe it. You be watching something else, and it hits you again. You're like, or somebody will send me a text, and I'm like, man, like, how could this even be possible? Orange County basketball coach John Altabelli, his daughter Alyssa, and his wife Carrie also died along with Kobe and his daughter. That's sad. So say a prayer for them also. Say a prayer for that pilot. And man, exceptional, man. That's what I'm saying. Learn from people while they're here. They have so much to give, but you never know how long people are here, man. So definitely hug your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Just cause. Me, I do that now anyhow. I just, in the middle of the day, send them a text message, all of them, just to remind them all I love them. So, so don't even worry about how somebody passed. Worry about how they live. You know, you keep their spirits going by all the positive energy you send out. Forget conspiracy theories and all these numbers and all that crap. Remember their spirits and honor them by all the great things they did. All right. Hopefully, you guys follow me and we'll continue this um, another time. You guys want to vent and talk? We can talk. Probably not till no more tonight, but I'm like need to get out the house.